I obviously gotta talk about my main problem first. The final episode is a victorious crossover when 3 of the characters have been in iCarly as different characters. Tori was Shelby Marks in the boxing episode from last season. They make like one comment about it, about how she looks like Shelby. And Freddie goes, but she's way hotter. There is, I think his name was something with an A, Adrian or whatever. He was a minor character in the TV episode I mentioned in my last review. He was in all the way back in season 1. And then the one character that's babysitting people, I don't remember her name. She's babysitting 2 kids in the Victorious crossover, and she's from Victorious. She's in literally a very recent episode of iCarly. The Shelby Marks one was a very popular episode, though, and it was like halfway through the season. But this one was the second to last episode. The episode where the iCarly gang get kidnapped by a crazed fan. One of the people that goes to the party there is that girl from Victorious. She has 2 scenes. And she even gets kissed by the crazed girl. But neither of them are mentioned. I don't even think they meet them. They all dance near the end, so I probably kinda met them. But for being a crossover, they barely interacted with the Victorious cast. It was just kind of an iCarly episode with Victorious, which I've never even seen Victorious, so like I really care about those parts of the show. They also have like Carly have a boyfriend that cheats on her. I'm really surprised, even though she randomly started dating him in the next episode. Like, we have this episode where Fred and Sam kind of date. And then the next episode is about Carly already having a boyfriend and being super happy. The episode starts off with her having a boyfriend. So it's not too surprising when you find out he's a bad person. It was clearly just a plot point to get him to meet Victorious. I also have 2 future characters in here. Bree from Lab Rats' friend, that was a minor character in Lab Rats, shows up and says happy birthday to Carly in one scene, and she's gone. And then there's this kid called Brad that's in like 2 episodes. That is played by the same dude that plays Bryce in 13 Reasons Why. So I thought that was pretty cool. And Jack Black makes an appearance. We also finally meet Sam's mom. We find out Spencer never ages, because he's still 26, the same age he was confirmed to be back in season 1. Because there's an episode where he flashes back to his 9th grade high school, and he says 14 years later, which would mean he's still 26. Even though iCarly literally had a birthday this season, and he's still 26. It's not hard to make him 28. It's not gonna destroy the show. It just makes it weird that he's still 26. That doesn't destroy the show either, but it's just weird. Why is he still 26 in season 3 when he was 26 in the first season? We also have an episode where Spencer dates Gibby's mom. And they actually mention that Gibby still has a girlfriend. He had a girlfriend back in season 2. She only appeared in 2 episodes out of the 39. And one of them was a big plot point, because Gibby thinks Fred and her are dating now because she fell on Freddy. because she tripped. And then later, he finally, near the end of the episode, realizes that he did record it because of some other iCarly bit from earlier. So then they finally do something with that, which I had forgot about. And they become friends again, and that is the last time we see her. And they're still dating. Gibby's like, yep, we're dating. You know, shit like that. She starts kissing him, and he's like, nope, let's kiss later. And then, we never see her again. So, kind of weird. And then later, Gibby, in a Twilight parody episode, they start talking about how hot vampires are. Freddy pretends to clearly be the vampire Edward from Twilight. He starts pulling girls because of his sexy voice that he's doing for his vampire character. It eventually gets old, and now girls are into werewolves, kind of like Taylor Lautner's Jacob character. So Gibby goes straight up to the girl, and he puts his arm around her, and Freddy's like, "You have a girlfriend," and Gibby goes, "We're not exclusive." Well, that kind of ruins one of her only 2 appearances, where he had a big deal with Freddy because he was dating her girlfriend. If they're not exclusive, why does it matter? Why does it matter? Griffin also reappears, and they treat him like shit. And they act like he's, not as good as the character this time for some reason. So, weird. But, there's that. There's also, had Spencer cut his hair randomly, even though I got, really used to it in season 2. Spencer with long hair just feels right. But they're just like, you look like a girl with long hair. And she guilt trips him into doing it by saying it's her birthday. And Neville only appears once. I know there's only 10 episodes, but it's weird. I think they've grown out of the Neville character. I don't know if he's even going to appear in season 4. They might find a way to put him in there. But, anyways, there really isn't too much to talk about. I did like that we finally got to see Sam's mom, but really already talked about that. Well, yeah, I guess that's about it. Oh, actually, they had this meta episode about how people that ship Carly and Fred and Sam and Fred are dumb. Kind of talking about the people that were watching the show at the time because of the shit they did in season 2. They were the ones that opened it. They had both Sam and Carly sort of date him in season 2. You're gonna get fans that want them to date now for real when you kind of hint at it and kind of do stuff with it. But yeah, they make fun of him in an episode for several minutes. It's pretty dumb. People are gonna ship characters, especially when you started it. You had Sam kiss Freddy. I don't remember if it was back in season 1 or season 2. And then you had Carly date him for an episode after he saves her life. People are going to ship characters, especially when you do that. It's weird to criticize your fans for shipping characters. But I did think it did lead to some sort of funny moments about them, being too crazy. Like a joke about them saying, hey, we don't like each other, and them acting like they know. Like, it was funny. But yeah, that's about it.